Losing weight is the hardest thing you will ever do. I know. I tried unsuccessfully for almost 30 years before I finally found my weight loss success. I'm talking the past few weeks about the emotional baggage that is attached to a weight loss journey. Today I want to talk to you about mindset. And for those of you new to my channel, if you would be so kind as to subscribe, I really have a big goal to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm making my way there, so if you could help me out, that would be awesome. Hit that subscribe button in the corner. Don't be shy, subscribe. Hi friends, welcome back to my Friday episode. Why did I pick Fridays? Well, I know as a lifelong chronic dieter, Fridays are hard. So I'm here to inspire, to motivate, and to encourage you to stick with your goals of losing weight for a lifetime. If you've been following me, you know that I lost a little over 100 pounds by following a ketogenic and intermittent fasting way of life. And you might be here following keto or fasting or low carb or paleo. Whatever sugar-free, healthy way that you have of eating, you are welcome here. And I know that we all have to battle the mindset and the emotional baggage. In my recent video, Emotional Strategies for Keto and Weight Loss Success, I will link that up here in the corner. I mentioned that you needed some motivating mantras, which I'll take it a step further and we'll talk about mindset today. In this weight loss journey, I have found that the food choices and the tracking were actually kind of the easy part. The hard part is wrapping your heart and mind around this deeply emotional journey. I'm going to share 10 things with you today that I've done to help keep my mindset focused for a successful keto and weight loss journey. So I talked about mantras, and really, friends, this is really just a way to talk to yourself kindly and to encourage and motivate yourself. And I'll repeat the quote again that I plastered everywhere when I began my weight loss journey. Some people attributed this to C.S. Lewis, but I cannot find definite confirmation on that. But the quote is, "You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending." This helped me from beating myself up over the 30 years of weight loss failures that I suffered. Another favorite one I found later in my journey: "You have been assigned this mountain so that you can show others that it can be moved." I really love that quote because it reminds me that there has to be a purpose for being overweight for 30 years. My absolute favorite scripture verse to help remind me to keep looking up when I was having a hard day is from Psalm 121. "I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth." The second thing that you have to do is you have to know your why. Why is it that you want to reach these weight loss goals? And you can list out all the physical reasons, the emotional reasons, the spiritual reasons, but I really encourage you to write them down, get your why down, talk your why into a video so that you can remind yourself over and over again why you need to and want to achieve these weight loss goals. Third thing you have to do is you've got to ditch the calendar. I can remember back in my days of being in different types of weight loss programs where I had my calendars in front of me and it was like, I'm going to lose 2.5 pounds this week, or I'm going to lose 3 pounds every week, and how absolutely soul crushing it was when I didn't achieve those goals. A 2 to 3 pound fluctuation in weight can happen every day. So I had to learn on this keto journey to ditch the calendar. And the fourth thing, some of you need to do this, you need to ditch that scale. If it drives you insane, if it throws you off the rails, if it wrecks your day, your week, your month, if you feel like you've blown it, you've got to ditch the scale. And the other measurements you can use are: how do your clothes fit? How do you feel? And you can also measure inches. Ditch the scale if you have a horrible relationship with that thing. Just hide it. All right, the fifth thing you need to do is to set attainable goals, friends. Don't be unrealistic. Don't be like, I am going to Hawaii in 4 weeks and I need to lose 25 pounds. Well, that doesn't sound very realistic. And when you set realistic and attainable goals, the things that you can focus on are your non-scale victories. So I want to hear some of your very best non-scale victories. Leave them below in the comments. Things like the airplane seatbelt buckling up without an extender. And one of my favorite things was actually being able to bend over and tie my shoes without my belly in the way. So drop your favorite NSV down below. Okay, the sixth thing I have to talk about is to stop comparing your journey to other people's journeys. This is one of my biggest pet peeves, especially when you have somebody that starting weight is like 350 pounds and they lose 15 pounds in their first week of keto. Well, they had a lot of weight to lose. And if you're starting at 150 pounds, you're not gonna lose 15 pounds in the first week of keto. You need to refocus your mind on your personal journey and what you can achieve realistically. I always tell people to think of your weight loss, not in pounds, but in the percentage of body fat that you want to lose. You also have different metabolic health issues than they do. They may be a lot healthier than you. They may be a lot sicker than you. You just can't compare your individual metabolism to other people's. So stop comparing. All right, number 7, identify trouble areas for yourself. And by this I mean, if you are going to a barbecue, for example, or a birthday party, and you know that there's going to be food there that you don't want to be tempted by, you really need to set your resolve and prepare yourself for going into that environment. And this does take practice. Don't be discouraged. And of course, if you live in a household that you have some control over the food items that are around you, ask your family for support in removing those items so that you're not tempted by having them in your face every day, all day. I promise you this does get easier as you move along in your journey. All right, number 7, I would like to encourage that you give yourself some distractions. For example, if you practice fasting and your family is eating dinner, maybe you could go for a walk if you're struggling with getting through your fast. One of my favorite things to do when I was fasting or in the evenings when I was trying to get used to not eating in the evening was I would go and purge my closet. I cleaned out every single junk drawer. I cleaned out my linen closets. Those were wonderful distractions. And then eventually my absolute favorite thing to do was to go shop at my favorite resale shop because I needed smaller clothes. So those are great distractions. And the 9th thing, well, I've already touched on this a little bit. You need to purge. And by purge, I mean you need to purge out whatever is going to hold you back physically, emotionally, spiritually. You need to purge all the garbage out of your life, things that are going to hold you back, and you need to purge negative thinking. And number 10, I cannot finish this video without saying you need to set goals. I am a huge goal setter. In fact, I set realistic goals, but every month I have new goals. And sometimes I do week-to-week goals when I'm trying to hack something or figure something out that isn't working for me. I would recommend that you become familiar with setting SMART goals, and SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. I'll put a link below where you can do some reading about SMART goals. But friends, you have to set goals. Goals are so important for your mindset. And I have a goals worksheet that I'll link below that is on my Joyful Keto Life website. If you want to subscribe over there, you'll get a copy of that worksheet that you can use. I'm also leaving a link to the freebie for the Psalm 121 meme below. So I really hope that my tips today help you form a wonderful, positive mindset when it comes to your weight loss journey. Oh, look, there's my puppy. All right, and before we go, if you would like to help me get to 1,000 subscribers, I would appreciate it so much. You can hit the link in the corner below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Oh, and leave me some comments. I love to interact with you. And the last thing before we go, stay positive and choose joy. He's so naughty. He's like, take my picture. Sit. Down. Crawl. Crawl. Oh my goodness. So smart.